I met Nancy when I first started at Elevation. She was actually one of the first people I met on the data team. And she showed me how to do the data there at Elevation, and she kept telling me I don't belong in this. And when we had a meeting for everybody to decide what they were gonna change over to, she suggested me to go to the welcome team. And then when I went to the welcome team, and I met Alice. And Alice was the one who introduced me to the grandparents group. And when I saw that Miss Nancy was at the grandparents group as well, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll just bump in right back into her. And she was one of the first people at Elevation that made me feel very, very welcomed and made me want to stay there. And by getting in with the grandparents group, I ended up finding mother love because she was just Miss Nancy before that. And she stepped in because at that time I was losing my own mother. My own mother had passed away, my father had passed away, lost 7 family members all in 1 year. And instead of having my blood family, I had a faith family. And that's what she became. She became my faith family. And she started calling me and talking to me and reassuring me that I'm not alone. And when I got some health diagnoses that were really bad, she was there for me. She called me. She made sure she talked to me and walked me through those things. And she was there for me when I didn't have anybody else there for me. And I really appreciated her. And I was one of those people that would sit with her in the church, and I didn't mind the ushers having to verify for where she wanted to sit. I thought it was okay. She wanted to sit where she wanted to sit, and I was going to sit with her. And that was one of the biggest things that was very precious to me, is having somebody to sit with me in church. Because I have gone to church all my life by myself and sat by myself, and I finally had Miss Nancy to sit with me in church, and I didn't have to sit alone. And so that was something very precious, and that was my best gift of all from her. I want to tell y'all, there's a little something behind these shirts. The shirts are because of Miss Nancy. Her favorite color was purple. The name of the group, and I put the symbol with the 4 as a Hebrew symbol because Miss Nancy introduced me and taught me Yeshua and Yahweh instead of Jesus. And she taught me about Jesus being more Jewish and got me into learning those things and introducing a whole different aspect of Jesus to me. And I started saying Yeshua instead of Jesus because of her. Because when she would pray, she would say Yeshua. So I wanted to make sure I put all the different things that were represented that she taught me. And also because the majority of the women in this group, we are a combination of very mixed women. And so I wanted to make sure that we put different colored hands as far as our children and our adults in the families, because she didn't look at color, she looked at just love, and she loved everybody no matter what you were. And that's what I loved about her. And me and her could talk about cooking because I'm a Southerner and we could throw down some cooking recipes. So we were always good, and I always will remember your cornbread that you brought to one of the meetings
That she loved.
that she loved. And I started making that cornbread at my house afterwards, and everybody has enjoyed it since. So it's become a family tradition in my house with your cornbread recipe. But I just want to tell y'all, thank y'all for coming out, because I know Miss Nancy's definitely here, and I can feel it, because when this young gentleman was singing, I could feel the chill bumps. And I'm going to tell you, since she's passed away, the day she passed away, I could feel her. I pulled her picture out of my Bible, and I was looking at her face. And it was so crazy that I had pulled that picture of me and her and the other ladies out of my Bible that day. And then Miss Alice called me that night and told me what had happened. And so she was letting me know that she was in heaven. And when we went and walked around the church to do a remembrance of Miss Nancy, everything was just coming to me about making sure we walked around 7 times, making sure we had certain flowers and different things. And so I know she's in heaven, and she's smiling down on all of us, and she appreciates everyone that's been come here today to remember her. And I just want to tell y'all thank you so much for Mother Love.